From Carson Park in Eau Claire, Zaleski Sports presents Big Rivers Conference football. And a good one tonight. Conference leading Hudson Raiders, 3-0 in BRC play, 4-1 overall, taking on the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes, who are 0-3 in Big Rivers Conference play, 1-4 overall. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich, joined up in the booth by former Memorial coach Dave Sparger. And Spargs, we've seen the Old Abes a couple times this year. They have talent. They've got good players. The key for them is to try to play a clean game start to finish. We've seen signs of that in games leading up to tonight. They're going to need it tonight against the powerful Hudson Raiders.
Yeah, they sure are. You mentioned the clean game, and it seems like every time we get a chance to watch Memorial play, there is parts of the game that they play clean, they play crisp, they move the football, and you're like, that's a good team. And then you'll come back the next drive, and they just fall apart. Penalties, interceptions, forced plays, and then they give short fields to the other team, and they score, and then all of a sudden they're behind the 8 ball again. So you're right. I mean, if they could put together 4 really good quarters, that'll give them a chance to win this one tonight.
We've seen the Abes a couple times this year. They were right in that game against La Crosse Central, couldn't get the W in that one. Played a good game against Eau Claire North 3 weeks ago. Couldn't seal the deal in that one when they couldn't stop the Huskies on a late drive. And then last week fell behind big at River Falls. They made a really good rally, but at the same time, they fall 1 point short.
Yeah, again, they gave themselves an opportunity late in the fourth quarter. They were down 21-0 at one point. So being down 21-0 and being able to find a way to get back into the game right before half helped them. And then they came out the second half and had a chance. With about 5 minutes left in the game, they went for a 2-point conversion to take that lead. They weren't able to convert.
In order to get the ball back and have a chance to win that one. But again, like you said, against North, they lose by 7. They go to River Falls, they lose by 1. You know, they're in games and their opportunities. They could really have a much better record than what it shows.
Head coach Rob Scott has made some changes defensively. Mainly, he's got Tay Ferguson and Julius Clark. They're also starters and integral in that Memorial passing game. They're both wide receivers, but it's just an indication that they need more speed and more playmaking on the defensive side of the ball.
Your best athletes, right? We talk about get your athletes on the field, and sometimes you're forced into that. And this is one of those seasons where you didn't want them to have to go both ways, but you're at that point now where, hey, you guys are just too good, you're too valuable, too good athletes. We got to get you on the field both ways.
What does Memorial have to do tonight? We talk about playing that clean game, but in terms of, are there some guys that they kind of need to get on track tonight to be successful against Hudson?
You know, we've talked about that before. We really would like to see Shamar Simmons get on track, right? The Memorial run game has just sputtered all season, and he's just too good of a back to be held down to under 50 yards a game, and he's just not had that big one to really pop and really help that run game. They do like to throw it. I mean, they've got great weapons in Julius Clark and Tate Ferguson. I think Ferguson leads the conference in catches and yards. But when a team can sit back and wait for that pass game, and really that run is not a threat, it makes it tough. So we really need to see Shamar Simmons step up on offense and get some good runs. Defensively, they have to create negative plays. They have to put Hudson in second and long, third and long. They can't just give them 5, 6, 7 yards every crack, and they've got to create turnovers. So again, a lot to ask, but we'll see what they can do tonight.
Old Abe's not at full strength tonight. Gavin Vahoviak, 6'4", 300-pound O-lineman and D-lineman, he's out with an injury, so they had to shuffle Luke Johnson from tight end into that left guard position. Hudson Raiders, strong running game. Quarterback Rylan Schultz carries the ball. Justin Roby has put up some good yards. Tyler Lassard at wide receiver is a big-time difference maker for the Raiders.
Yeah, offensively, it's definitely going to be the Schultz and Roby show. Those two guys running the football, making those decisions. And again, like you said, their big play, the big deep guy is Tyler Lassard. He is big, 6'4", 195, and can run.
Two guys to keep an eye on the Hudson defense, Aiden Teperang, left defensive end, and Sam Dickman, the linebacker. Right now, we join the Memorial Pep Band and tonight's rendition of the national anthem. Today's pregame show is brought to you by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher's for your free, no-obligation estimate at 888-GO-ASHER or visit goasher.com. That's goasher.com. Get off the ladder and get gutter helmet with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Trust the experts on your most valuable asset, your home. Give them a call today at 888-GO-ASHER. Again, we talked about the Hudson Raiders, a solid defensive club. They forced some turnovers in that game against Menominee last week where they fell behind early, but they were able to come back and kind of put the clamps on a Menominee team that's got some offensive talent. But again, Tepperang and Dickman are able to get to the quarterback. Imperative for the Old Abes to give quarterback Riley Holmberg some time tonight.
Yeah, and you'd mentioned how, unfortunately, the Old Abes lost their starting left tackle, so that's going to put a lot of pressure there on that left-hand side. And like you brought it, those defensive ends for Hudson are going to be coming, and they know we're going to be throwing the football. Memorial wants to get that ball in the air, so their ears will be pinned back, and you got to keep that pressure from getting to them.
And now for your Eau Claire Memorial,
Old Abes being introduced as a team. Sparks, in terms of how the Abes offense might want to attack, I did have a chance to chat with offensive coordinator Brent Pickard, and what he told me before the game is as long as the rain holds off, they're going to look to throw the ball.
Yeah, that's always one of those determining factors, right? If it gets too wet, it sure makes it hard to throw the football, but it looks like that rain's going to hold off early, so you might just see that ball thrown all over, like you said, all night.
Old Abes in the home purple jerseys, the white numerals and trim, the purple helmets, purple pants. Hudson Raiders in the white jerseys, the navy blue numerals and trim, white helmets, the navy blue pants. Got a really nice night at Carson Park. Thought is that the rain will hold off until about 9 o'clock, which is just fine with all of us here at this facility.
Well, if you go back to last week, Riley Holmberg for the Old Abes had a nice game. He was 15 of 23 for 216 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, again, it is something that their offense is used to doing.
Auto, home, business, or workers' insurance. It's all under one roof at Potter Agency Insurance. Potter Agency Insurance on Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. So lining it up to kick off for the Hudson Raiders is number 86, Jack Strong, Tay Ferguson. Number 5, Jake Weigel. Number 4, back deep for the Old Abes. And we are underway from Carson Park. Weigel takes it at the goal line. At the 10, trying to cut up field. He's stopped at around the 15-yard line. That's where the Old Abes will begin possession. Their lineup looks like this. Left to right across the front line. Brendan Vahoviak, Luke Johnson, Christian Herr, Brecken Hagen, Eric Robinson. Everybody is a senior except for Johnson, who is a junior. The tight end is a senior, Brad Pierce. Junior, Julius Clark. Fellow junior, Tay Ferguson are the wide receivers. Shamar Simmons is the running back. Simmons is a junior. Riley Holmberg, the senior, is the quarterback. 1st and 10 Memorial from their own 16-yard line. Simmons trying to bounce it outside, gets to the edge, penalty marker down. Simmons across the 25, but that one may be coming back.
Yeah, the left tackle for the Old Abes right there, they get caught for holding. He was hanging on to Aiden Tepperang, and we obviously know him from the hockey season, but yeah, he was on the book end right there and just had contain, and he would not let go of him. That's how they got to the edge.
Aiden Tepperang, he was the goaltender when the Hudson Raiders won a state Division I hockey tournament a couple seasons ago. 6'3", 245, and he's just a force as defensive end. Also up front for Hudson, Jacob Stoltz, Spencer Bandazinski, the linebackers, Sam Dickman, Hunter Schertz, Zach Dalton, Ethan Hinz. On the back end, Jack LeBlanc, Colton Schwartz, Tyler Lassard, and Brennan Nelson. 1st and 18, Memorial from the 8. Quick throw, Weigel has it across the 10.
Good quick route right there. I think that's what you'll see out of the Old A's tonight. They're going to try to get rid of that football quick. Hudson's just going to sit in that shell. They're going to play a cover 2. They'll play those 2 deep safeties, 2 corners anchored. So that's what you can do. You can kind of pick apart a little bit with those quick routes, try to get those short ones underneath.
Gain of 4 for the Abes, 2nd and 14. Abes from their own 12. Quick throw right side, incomplete. Trying to get it to Grant Locken out of the backfield, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 14 for the Abes. Not ideal when you're looking at down and distance.
No, that's exactly what we talked about pregame. You can't put yourself in these situations. You know, their offense is good, but it's not that explosive, especially when you know you've got to come over the top to pick up 14.
Just underway, first minute of action from Carson Park. One of a number of really good games tonight. Eau Claire North is over at Menominee. Unbeaten New Richmond at Chippewa Falls tonight. We'll try to keep you updated on all those matchups. Things getting interesting in the Big River as we've got penalty marker thrown.
Yeah, that's going to be a false.
Dead ball, false start, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, that's the kind of thing that the Abes, it's cropped up at inopportune times. So now it's 3rd and long for the Abes. Holmberg back to pass, loading up, throwing over the middle, intercepted. It's Tyler Lassard.
Pass is intercepted by number 18.
And the Hudson Raiders have great field position on their first offensive drive. We do have a penalty marker down, so let's hold on before.
I think that's going to be an illegal formation on the Old Abes, so obviously Hudson will decline that and take the ball. But, boy, you just cannot throw that soft with Tyler Lassard out there. Again, cover 2, he's sitting back there at free safety, and they tried to throw that one about 18 yards down the middle, and that was just, he was just waiting for that one. Did a nice job of breaking on it, intercepting it, and Hudson's in great field position.
Hudson Raiders will take over at the Memorial 22. Now, we talked about Tyler Lassard in the pregame, and he shows up big time. Now they split him out wide to the right. Ryland Schultz is the quarterback. He'll pitch it. Raiders down the far sideline. That's Ross Yeager, one of the wingbacks. And Hudson will come at you. It's a little different look. It's a double wing, but the quarterback is in a shotgun or pistol look, and then the 2 wingbacks are split out wide.
Yeah, that's the first time they've ever opened up and gone with that option look and actually pitched it.
Up the middle is Roby. He's hit immediately. Leo Endres, the junior, number 90, in on that tackle along with Luke Johnson.
We've got a Raider down right now.
Number 53, Luke Johnson.
With the injury timeout on the field, we will step aside as well. Back in 30 seconds on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Hudson Raiders looking at a 2nd and 5. It's a 2nd and goal from the 5. Quarterback keeper right up the middle and into the end zone goes Ryland Shouts. A 5-yard touchdown run. The Raiders cash in a Memorial turnover, and it's 6-0 Hudson.
Yeah, good job by Riley Shorts, the quarterback right there. A little play action, just kind of faked it to the halfback. Everybody kind of went with him, and he just ran it right up the middle. Good blocking up front.
Jack Strong on for the extra point. Low snap, steal home is the backup quarterback. He's in trouble. Wrapped up by Lock-in, who helps bring him down with the help from some of the rest of the Old Abes. But the Raiders cash in on a Memorial turnover, and with 10:29 remaining in the first quarter, your score, Hudson Raiders 6, Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe 0 on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Jack Strong has the ball on the tee, ready to kick it off for the Hudson Raiders, who lead this one 6-0 at Eau Claire Memorial. Weigel's going to let that one bounce into the end zone. The Old Abes will take over at their own 20. Sparty's Abes have been here before. Riley Holmberg throwing an interception. Yeah, he's a senior. It's his first year starting, but how important is it for the coaching staff to get him, one, calm down, and two, get him back in the flow of the game, knowing that they're going to throw the ball a lot?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about this now. Shorter routes, get it out of his hands quick. Because, again, if he's got to put that ball up in the air more than about 7, 8, 10 yards, he's going to be looking at a lot of pressure from that secondary. So, again, get his confidence back, get him some quick routes, and let's see if he can move forward.
1st and 10, Old Abes, their second drive of the game. Will start at their own 20. Julius Clark in the slot left, Tay Ferguson wide left. Two receivers split out to the far side. Holmberg back to pass, throwing deep down the sideline, and there's Julius Clark. Well, they went right at Tyler Lassard. Julius Clark ran a really nice route, and Holmberg put the ball on the money.
Well, that's just it. We've talked about who do you got to get the football to. You've got to find Julius Clark. You've got to find Tay Ferguson, and that time, great throw. Threw it on the outside shoulder where only he could catch it. Great adjustment, big first down.
Those two guys know each other from basketball. Both really good players. Clark for the Old Abes basketball team, Lassard for the Raiders. 1st and 10, Abes from their own 38. Trips to the right. Quick throw. Simmons out of the backfield. Shamar Simmons across midfield into Hudson territory. First down, Old Abes.
And again, get it to your guys in open space. Shamar Simmons
Quick little outlet to the outside on a little swing route there. Big run, big play. I got to mention Julius Clark. Outside in the perimeter, just leveled that corner. Made a wide open path. Great block by Julius Clark.
First time in opposing territory for the Old Abes. Line of scrimmage, the Hudson 47. Handoff Simmons, little stutter step. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Zach Dalton, the linebacker, making the stop.
Yeah, good job there on the perimeter, trying to force that back inside. Dalton seeing the gap, shot it for no gain.
A guy we haven't mentioned on defense, Jacob Stoles, the nose tackle, 5'10", 225. He's that traditional nose tackler that takes on a couple blockers, lets the ends and the backers make plays.
Yeah, and he is solid inside, like you said. He's going to probably occupy two guys every time they try to run the football.
2nd and 10, Memorial from the Hudson 47. Pressure on Holmberg, steps up in the pocket, taken down at the 43-yard line.
Riley Holmberg making that decision early. Great decision as he dropped back and planted. It wasn't there, and he knew they were coming, right? Brought extra guys. Just tuck the football away and get upfield. Good pickup, 3rd and 5 now.
Ben Stiegler on the tackle for the Hudson Raiders. 3rd and 5 now for Memorial. Bryce Hedke split out wide to the right. They're throwing in his direction. Hedke, let's see where they spot him. Very close to first down yardage.
Yeah, maybe a half yard short. But like you said, great job by Hedke getting around, making that catch, and getting close to that first down. It'll be just short, 4th and about a half a yard.
And the Old Abes are going with their big package here, so they're going to line up to go for it. 4th down, we got 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The clock is moving. Abe's looking at a 4th and less than a yard from the Hudson 38. High snap, Simmons. Yeah. Nowhere to go, and he's taken down. A 4th down stop for the Hudson Raiders.
Yeah, that didn't look good from the start. They had too many men on the field, had to run a guy off. And then when he took that snap, you got to get north and south. He tried to, jump out to the outside. Had just too much pressure. So, unfortunately for the Old Abes, that drive stalls out.
The majority of the milk delivered to schools in Eau Claire and central Wisconsin happens with locally owned Blue Northern Distribution. Now's your chance to join the team at Blue Northern, hiring for drivers in Eau Claire and Sparta. Apply online today, BlueNorthernDistributing.com. Hudson Raiders, 1st and 10 from their own 39. Hand it off. And breaking free is Ross Yeager, and Yeager's got a first down all the way into Old Abe's territory.
Yeah, get Yeager on that jet sweep. Boy, they've got that ball to him now twice, and he's had some big runs. Got timeout on the field, not sure what. Oh, here we go.
Just to get the chains in place. 1st and down, Hudson from the 49. Hand off to the near side, it's Roby. He's hauled down at the 40, but a good gain for Justin Roby when it looked like he might get taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it sure did, didn't it? On that edge, he had to bounce it up and around, and he showed off his speed, though, once he got to the edge. Picked up 8.
2nd and 2 Raiders from the Old Abe's 41.
Look for something up top, maybe.
Here's Roby. He gets wrapped up right away. Brings it down to the 41. Luke Johnson on the tackle. Now 3rd and 1 for the Raiders.
Good job by Luke Johnson there from the Old Abes. Knifing inside for no gain. Now they got a chance here in 3rd and 2.
Big series for the Old Abe's defense. Hand off, Roby He's got the first down and more, takes it all the way down to the 35-yard line. Well blocked up front by the Raiders.
Yeah, I like that call right there. You fake that jet sweep that you just ran, kind of gets guys floating on the secondary and in the back, linebackers, then you come back with Roby right inside for the first down.
They fake the jet sweep. Roby loses the football. Abe say they have it. And they do.
Dane Knoll with that recovery on that one. It's just what we talked about. You had to force turnovers, and Hudson coughs one up here in the first quarter, so the Old A's get the football back.
Looked like it was going to be a decent gain up the middle for Roby, and one of the Abes got a hand in there, stripped the football. Dane Knoll fell on top of it. Now the Old Abes will take over. We talked about how they needed a stop. They got one. 1st and 10 Memorial from its own 31. We got 6:29 to go first quarter. In motion goes Ferguson. And penalty markers down. Somebody moved up front.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down. Brings up 1st and 15 from the 26-yard line.
So Holmberg and the Old Abes now looking at a 1st and 15 from their own 26. Ferguson wide left. Weigel in the slot left. Simmons will take it up the middle. And not much running room off that left side.
Yeah, Ben Stigler, inside linebacker, met him at the point of attack, but he was not alone. I think all three of those linebackers just met at the point of attack, so he got nothing on that run.
Even that being the case, though, Sparks, I think it's important for Memorial to at least show the ground game, and that might open up some of that passing attack.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. You still got to show it, right? Who knows? I mean, he's that good of a running back that if all of a sudden he pops one, he can go to the house.
Slant pattern, and that one is incomplete. They wanted to get it to Bryce Hetke, running a little bit of a skinny post there, but the ball was thrown, and Hetke didn't have the head spun around yet.
Yeah, you're right on. They ran that little skinny post or seam route right there, and Holmberg was getting rid of it, and he hadn't even turned his head yet, so a little miscommunication there brings up 3rd and long.
Third and 15, line of scrimmage, the 26. Clark wide right. Hetke in the slot left, or in the slot right, I should say. Here comes the blitz. It's tipped, incomplete. And who is it on the blitz? So it's number 18, Tyler Lassard.
Tyler Lassard, yeah, there's your safety walking up, pretending like he's playing man on that inside slot guy. And as soon as the ball snapped, he just took off on the blitz, got his hands up, and knocked that down. Big play for him.
Ross Yeager back to field his punt. He's standing at his own 35-yard line. Vincent Mullen to punt it away for the Old Abes. Good punt. Slipping a couple tackles, coming down the near sideline. Good return by Ross Yeager. And the Raiders will start this drive in Old Abe's territory. Olympic Flame Restaurant in Eau Claire has been a delicious dining option since 1980. Uncle Lampros brought homemade family recipes from Greek, and the tradition continues today at Olympic Flame Restaurant. Eau Claire's best kept secret is Olympic Flame Greek Restaurant on London Road. First and 10 Raiders from the Old Abe's 42. We've got 5 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Marquardt Motors, your local Buick and GMC dealer, has the area's largest pre-owned and new vehicle inventory with new arrivals daily. View the inventory at marquardtmotors.com or stop in to talk to a friendly salaried sales consultant.
Personal foul, number 18. Blocking out of bounds, 15-yard penalty. From the end of the run, it will be first down.
Well, Tyler Lassard involved in any number of plays tonight. Maybe that one is not one that gets head coach Adam Cowles happy, because instead of having the ball in Abe's territory, Raiders now backed up to their own 26. And Coach Cowles on the field now looking for an explanation.
Well, the problem is that the umpire here, he said from the end of the run, well, the end of the run brought it down to the Memorial 40, where he actually marked it off is where the ball was caught. So they marked it off from the Hudson 40 and moved it back instead. So I think that's where the confusion was.
So it'll be Hudson ball, 1st and 10 from its own 26. Handoff up the middle, Roby.
Number 10, Justin Roby.
He gets it out to the 34.
Number 90, Leo Andrus.
Leo Andrus on the tackle for the Abes, but a good gain from Justin Roby. They'll hand it off to Yeager. Yeager's got the first down across the 40, and they'll give him forward progress out to the 43. Sparks an interesting offense that the Raiders run it, but there's some read option in there as well.
Yeah, there sure is, and I'll tell you what, right now, I like how they're giving Yeager the football a little bit more. He's able to get to that edge, showing off his speed and good blocking on the perimeter.
1st and 10, Hudson from its own 43. Roby up the middle into Old Abe's territory, and with that spot, it should be a first down for Hudson.
Play on the play.
But we do have a penalty marker down.
Yeah, that's going to be a hold on Hudson inside right there. Just took down that linebacker at the point of attack, so that was a pretty easy call.
Holding, number 74 in the offense, 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Von Demuth, the guilty party. So that moves the Raiders back to their own 36-yard line. Back to pass, Schultz. Going deep. Lassard, he's got it. He breaks a tackle. He's going to go the distance. Touchdown, Hudson Raiders.
Well, big pass threat, Tyler Lazard, and there he shows up. And a huge pass play for the Raiders as he was down the middle of the field, made the catch, and we were able to try to bring him down, but he just shook off that tackle and went all the way. So again, big play, Tyler Lazard. He's averaging over 20 yards of reception.
64-yard pass play. Raiders, even though they weren't able to get the kickoff after their first touchdown, they line up for a PAT, and Jack Strong boots it through. 4 minutes, 34 seconds remaining, first quarter, and it's the Hudson Raiders leading the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's 13-0 on Zaleski Sports.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
We are back at Carson Park, and the Hudson Raiders, they're ranked number 9 in the state Division I poll. That's the Zaleski Sports poll, which is based on computer rankings winning percentage, opponent's winning percentage, all that mathematical stuff. They've looked the part. 13-0. A 5-yard touchdown run by quarterback Ryland Schultz, and then Schultz a 64-yard pitch and catch to Tyler Lassard. It's 13-0. Not the way the Abes wanted this one to start. They were hoping they could play from ahead, but they're going to have to rally. They did it last week in River Falls. Weigel on the return. Weigel gets it across the 25 out to the 27, and that's where the Old Abes will start this drive. Play It Again Sports in Eau Claire is your go-to for buying, selling, and trading your new and secondhand sports equipment and apparel. Sharing our love for sports and your bank account. That is Play It Again Sports, East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Key drive coming up here for the Old Abe Sparks.
Yeah, you're getting to this point. You're late in the first quarter. That you want to, they've had some good job of moving the football. Now they need to sustain it and get some points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 27. Holmberg. He's going deep. Nearly intercepted. Good play by Julius Clark to turn from wide receiver to defensive back and break up that interception.
Yeah, it really turned out that, didn't it? It was like the Hudson guy was the receiver, and Julius Clark was like, oh boy, he's got great in position for that. He just simply knocked it away. So great job by Julius Clark saving that interception.
2nd and 10 now for the Apes. Three wide receivers, all to the left. Schultz, the wide guy. Ferguson in the slot. Batted in the air and batted down. That nearly went the other way. And who else? Aiden Teperang with the pass breakup.
Yeah, Teperang making his presence felt again coming off that edge. Good job of getting your hands up. They always talk about those defensive linemen that if you can't get there, get the hands up, get them in the pass lane. So good job there, making it 3rd and 10.
Abes have an injured player while they tend to him. We'll take a 30-second break on Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Christian Herr is the injured Old Abe. He's a 5'9", 250-pound senior center. Walking off under his own power. We'll keep an eye on that situation, but as it is, the Abes now are going to have to go down the depth charts and have a backup center in there. They're already trailing 13-0. We still have 4:18 to go here, first quarter, and they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Holmberg, pocket collapses, and he is sacked. Teperang is in there, along with a host of guys in white jerseys, including Sam Dickman. Well, it's going to be a problem for the Abes if they're in passing situations like that where they have to have a deep drop, because especially with the line not at full strength for the Old Abes, Hudson's just got too much force coming in.
You're right. I mean, they're down now 2 starting offensive linemen, and Hudson right there went to man underneath with a free safety over the top, so they've just locked on man-to-man, and they knew they had help over the top if they wanted to go deep, and the pressure gets to them.
Mullen with the punt. Raiders are going to let that one roll, and the Abes cover up right at the 46-yard line of the Hudson Raiders. Keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, and more for every room, every door, and every window. Place your trust in SOS Security. Hudson back on offense, leading 13-0. 3:31 to go here in the first quarter. And great field position for the Raiders. Their own 46. Handoff up the middle goes Roby. And a great gain on first down out to the 46-yard line of the Old Apes to bring up a second and short.
Yeah, Raiders keeping it simple. They've used 3 run plays, and that's it.
Again, Roby, he's got the first down inside the 40, but the ball comes loose, and Tay Ferguson is on it. And another big play by the Old Apes defense.
Well, we talked about it. Get the turnovers, and that's now 2 stops for the defense with turnovers. Keeping the Memorial Old Apes in this.
So what looked like a great run for Roby ends in a turnover. Abe's will have it at their own 27-yard line. Abe's go back to that 4 wide receiver look. Holmberg, handoff, Simmons, taken down from behind Sam Dickman, the junior linebacker, who goes 6'3", 220.
Yeah, Dickman shooting that gap right there, just ran him down from behind. A good-looking linebacker right there.
Yeah, this Raiders team has got playmakers all over, both offense and defense. Second and 10, Memorial. Holmberg rolling out. Tipped and incomplete. Tried to get it to Jake Weigel, but he was well covered.
Yeah, I think there was actually Tay Ferguson out there, but again, Tay Ferguson out there, and guess what? He's double covered on the perimeter. He tried to force that one in, could not get it there, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 again.
And it seems like for a good part of this first quarter, Abe's have been looking at unfavorable down and distance. Ferguson will go in the slot left. Grant Locken wide left. Wide right is Julius Clark. Holmberg in trouble. Throws deep. He's got a man. Incomplete. Shamar Simmons nearly made a miraculous catch, but Brandon Nelson, the defensive back, broke that up. And Shamar Simmons is down.
Yeah, I think he got the wind knocked out of him there as he tried to come down with the football, landed square on his back, so he's simply trying to catch his wind. But what a great effort out of Riley Holmberg right there. The snap goes over his head. He's able to go back, chase it down, and had the wits with all to kind of get through that step up, look downfield, and he had guys open. It's too bad he didn't see Tay Ferguson along this near sideline. He was wide open. Instead goes to Simmons, and Simmons almost comes down with that miraculous catch.
We will step aside for the next 30 seconds, back with more high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Just when it seems life is smooth sailing, life happens. When it does, let Potter Agency help make all your insurance arrangements a breeze. Potter Agency is a local agency and will work to save you money. We have the best selection of insurance company products, and our dedicated agents will tailor your coverage to your needs. Give us a call or check out our website. When life is a little choppy, let Potter Agency help guide you to smoother waters.
Shamar Simmons able to leave the field under his own power. I think they'll just want to check, because not only did he land on his back, which chances are it knocked the wind out of him, The concern is whether the head came down and hit the turf. So, Vincent Mullen now on 4th and 10, back in punt formation. And it's a low kick. Abe's trying to keep the ball away from Ross Yeager. They're able to down it at the 41-yard line of the Hudson Raiders. HS Fence has served Wisconsin's commercial and residential fencing needs for the past 18 years. HS Fence, specializing in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. Raiders with 1:59 remaining, 1st and 10 from their own 41 and leading in this game. Schultz, the quarterback, takes it straight up the middle, very close to first down yardage.
Yeah, a lot of success for the Raiders, just going right up the middle. Either fake it to the halfback, quarterback takes, or he simply hands it off to that halfback, and he just rips him right up the middle.
2nd and inches. They'll throw. And we're going to get a penalty on the Old Abes. Is the would-be tackler, Ethan Bump, got some helmet, or had some face mask on that completed pass.
Personal foul on the defense, number 21. Face mask. 15-yard penalty, first down.
And it's the 15-yard variety, so that's going to move the Raiders down to the Old Abes 35-yard line. Roby trying to cut back, but very little running room. Tay Ferguson came up from his linebacker position, forced the running back inside.
Yeah, great job by Tay Ferguson reading his keys right there, and actually got upfield to force the action so he couldn't bounce outside of him. So good job by Tay Ferguson for a loss of 2.
2nd and 12 now for the Raiders. Got Lassard split out wide right, looking his way. Tipped and nearly intercepted. Blake Oneman got a hand on it.
Boy, Blake Oneman did a good job on that drop from his linebacker position. Got a hand on it, almost came up with that interception.
So we're under a minute to go. Raiders looking at a 3rd and 12. Schultz. He's going to throw it down the near sideline. Caught. That's Lyndon Coleman on the reception, his first catch. Abes are fortunate that they didn't pick up a penalty on that one.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that was a little late coming out of bounds, but what a great job by Schultz scrambling and staying alive and his receiver finding a spot to help him.
1st and 10 Raiders from the Old Abes 20. Handoff goes to Yeager. He's got blocking on the perimeter, but Blake Oneman running down that play from behind.
Yeah, good job by Oneman trying to get that angle. But again, like you said, the good speed on the perimeter picks up 5.
Raiders quickly to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 5.
Number 26 on carry, Aiden Jamison.
Aiden Jamison, he's the left wing back, carrying the ball for the first time, but no gain. 3rd and 5 now. Raiders trying to get a playoff, but it looks like they're just going to let this quarter expire. 1 quarter in the books here at Carson Park. Hudson Raiders driving and leading the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes 13-0. You are watching Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at...
Ready to start the second quarter. Hudson driving, 3rd and 5 from the Memorial 16. Keeper right up the middle. Goes Ryland Schultz. He's inside the 5. Raiders knocking on the door again.
Every time we talk about the Old Abe defense doing a nice job on the edge, where they're widening their outside linebackers, they're widening their inside linebackers, which has just opened up the middle for all those runs.
First and goal, Hudson. Schultz on the keeper. He's into the end zone for a Hudson Raiders touchdown.
Yeah, we just keep talking about the simplicity of this offense. When you watch them, jet sweep is what they've come out with several times on the perimeter. If he doesn't get it, then they're looking at that halfback. If he gets it, he goes right up the middle. If he doesn't get it, he goes wide, and then the quarterback takes it up the middle. So 3 different looks, but the exact same play run every time.
Jack Strong on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 11:40 to go, second quarter. Hudson adds to its lead. Raiders on top of the Old Abes, 20-0. From Carson Park, you're watching Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Hudson Raiders ranked 9th in the Zaleski Sports Division I statewide poll. Living up to that billing. On top of Eau Claire Memorial, 20-0. Sparks, 3 touchdowns for Hudson on 5 drives. Were it not for 2 fumbles, who knows what the score could be.
Yeah, it's just amazing. We were talking about it off the air right here. We're saying, you know what, that's their 5th possession, and we've just started the second quarter. Well, you're lucky to get 5 possessions and a half in most games.
Jack Strong with the kick. Weigel loses the handle. And fortunately for he and the Old Abes, it's a touchback.
Yeah, once that crosses the goal line, that's an automatic touchback, whether he muffs it like that or it goes straight into the end zone.
So the Old Abes, big-time mountain to climb, already down 20-0. They would love to get a drive here, burn some clock, get some first downs. Ideally, it would end with points.
Christian Herr back in there at center again.
Which is good to see, because Abes came into this game already down 1 starter on the O-line with the injury to Gavin Vahoviak. Ferguson in motion. Quick throw to him. Evades 1 tackler. Tay Ferguson drops the shoulder and gets it across the 25-yard line out to the 27.
Brought down by number 5.
He did well to avoid a tackle for loss.
Absolutely. I thought when that ball was released that Tay Ferguson was going to get about a 5-yard loss, and he was able to shake that first tackle and pick up a great job picking up 8 right there.
2nd and 2 for the Old Abes. Well, it's indicative of what we've talked about. It's not that the Abes lack talent. They've got plenty of it. The key is to keep feeding those playmakers and avoid the mistakes. 2nd and 2. Clark goes in motion. Holmberg looking left. He's got Ferguson on the slant. They're going to rule that incomplete. Hudson wanted a catch and a fumble. And Ferguson took a pop.
Yeah, Tyler Lazard right there and stuck him just as he caught it, and that coughed the football up. And I would agree. I don't think he ever had possession long enough, so that's going to go down as an incomplete pass.
So the Abes looking at a 3rd and 2. Big play for Memorial as they try to keep this drive alive. The last thing they want to do is get their defense right back on the field. Quick throw near side, Julius Clark. First down, Memorial.
Nice job by Julius Clark, just a quick out. And again, Holmgren on time, gets out, 3-step drop, gets it out for a nice pickup and a first down for the Old Abes.
Abes able to keep the drive going. They've got a 1st and 10 from their own 32. Clark is the receiver, split out to the right. Now he goes in motion. Holmberg looking left, throws underneath. Ferguson. Good tackle that time by Ben Stiegler. Otherwise, Ferguson is for sure got a first down.
Yeah, Riley Holmberg, obviously, when he takes his drop right now, he is finding Tay Ferguson. And he's doing a good job of finding opening seams, kind of anchoring to get him good looks. So look for that to continue.
Two receivers either side for the Old Abes. Holmberg comes back to the near side. Julius Clark spins his way out to the 47-yard line. Jack LeBlanc on the tackle for Hudson, and another first down for the Old Abes. So a solid drive the Abes have going here.
Yeah, they're starting to take what Hudson gives them. You know, that time Hudson played really soft in the secondary, off about 5-7 yards. Both he and Pierce just hooked up here on the near side at about 7 yards, and were wide open, so a nice, easy pitch and catch.
So Weigel going out wide left. Ferguson slot. In the middle is Clark. They'll throw to Ferguson, but he is wrapped up and thrown down. Ethan Hins, the linebacker. Well, that's reading your keys right there.
Yeah, that's a big boy right there that Julius Clark is trying to block, too, and that's just that bubble screen real quick to the flanker, and unfortunately, he just shook off the block and was back there to make it a 3-yard loss on the play.
Second and 13 now for Memorial. Line of scrimmage, their own 44. In motion, Ferguson. Holmberg on the roll. Pulls it down, and he's taken down from behind. Spencer Banazinski with the tackle.
Yeah, good job by him. They're just staying with it. You know, they looked like Holmberg was going to find a way out of that mess, but Banazinski found a way to keep tracking him down, staying with it, and that's a sack right there, a loss of 2. And again, Brad, we talked about 3rd down, and boy, here we are again, 3rd and 15.
Abes take out the tight end Brad Pierce, and they get Bryce Hetke, another receiver, in. It's Hetke split out wide left, 2 receivers either side. Holmberg sacked. Sam Dickman, but we got a penalty marker down.
Tackled by number 6. Sam Dickman flag.
Yeah, hold on the Old Abes, but holy smokes. Sam Dickman just got shot out of a cannon there at linebacker.
As soon as he dropped back, he saw that thing just open up, and he came flying after Holmberg, and down he went. Great read right there.
So a promising drive for the Old Abes stalls. And Vincent Mullen back out to punt. Ross Yeager back to receive. He's standing at his own 27. Let's see if Mullen tries to kick away from Yeager as he's done the last couple times. High snap through the hands of Mullen. And he's going to cover up at his own 10, and that is disaster for the Old Abes.
Yeah, it's just gone from bad to worse right here for the Old Abes. Hudson's going to start at the 11-yard line now. First down for them after the high snap.
Had he been able to scoop that ball up, he may have been able to kick it. Who knows what kind of distance he would get, but you're right, Sparks, bad to worse for the Old Abes. Now the Raiders take over on the 11. And getting into the end zone for another touchdown is Ryland Schultz, but hold on, we got a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think you're bringing this back. I think they got Hudson for illegal formation.
Yeah, legal procedure on the Raiders.
Illegal motion on the offense. 2 men moving at the same time of the snap. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Sparks, you still have the eagle eye from the booth.
Well, right where that flag was thrown, that's usually the most common call, too, to be honest.
1st and 15 from the 16. Schultz gets to the edge. Schultz will go out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
I honestly don't know if that was the design play.
I was just going to say that was not. He meant to hand it off to Yeager, missed the handoff, was smart enough just to keep it, because you could see Yeager actually turn around and look at him like, I was supposed to have the football, but Yeager did a good job of blocking. He got on the edge and picked up big yards.
They'll hand it off up the middle. Roby, who runs into a wall and gets hauled down.
By number 90.
Endress
53, Luke Johnson.
was the guy that pulled him down, and Luke Johnson, I think, stopped him in his tracks. 3rd and goal from the 5 to the near side, and getting to the pylon for a touchdown is Ross Yeager.
Ross Yeager, touchdown, Raiders.
Five-yard touchdown run by Ross Yeager to make it 26-0. Jack Strong on for the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good.
Jack Strong, vector punt attempt is
With 7 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Hudson extends its lead over Eau Claire Memorial, 27-0. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you're a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Jack Strong to kick it off for the Hudson Raiders, who are firmly in control of this one, 27-0 over the Old Abes. Weigel on the return, trying to take it up the near sideline. Well played that time by the Raiders. Ethan Hins on the tackle. Sparks, let's go back to that Hudson offense. Again, pretty simple in terms of play selection, but you've noticed something about how they're running their offense.
Well, we noticed in the first quarter that, they go no huddle, but they'll go to the line of scrimmage, look to the sideline, get the play call, get the signal set. It takes about 15 seconds off the clock to run their play. All of a sudden, end of the first quarter into the second quarter now, they're going no huddle and they're going quick. They're going fast. They know they've got that Old Abe defense reeling, and so now they're going hurry up offense.
Ames have it 1st and 10 from their own 27. Julius Clark motions to the far side. Brad Pierce, the tight end, splits out wide left. Simmons now empties the backfield. Holmberg on the slant. And a nice catch by Brad Pierce.
Boy, Brad, I guess, what a great catch. Going down there, using his hands to catch that one. Boy, he hasn't had many receptions this year, but that was a great catch right there.
2nd and 6 at the 32.
And that's the kind of play Memorial would love to have on first down to set up a 2nd and 5. Too often tonight, they've been behind the sticks. Pierce now sets up on the right side. Now he'll flip over to the far side. Holmberg will hand it off to Shamar Simmons. Pushing forward across the 35-yard line. That'll set up 3rd and short for Memorial.
Yeah, positive play, right? We like that run game, keep coming back to it, and that's a positive play right there for him. Brings up a short 3rd and 2 here.
Line of scrimmage just beyond the 35 of Memorial. They'll put Clark wide to the right. Ferguson wide left. Tight end Pierce on the left side of the formation. Handoff Simmons. Finds a crease, dives forward, and he should have the first down.
Good job by Simmons knowing what he needed, right? He knew he needed just 2 yards. So as he got into traffic, he just lowered those shoulders and picked up the first down. Good hard run right there.
1st and 10, Old Abe's from their own 37. We're under 5.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Remember, Memorial will kick off to start the third. So Hudson looking for a stop and maybe a chance to double up and extend that lead. Another reason the Abes are going to want to just chew some clock and move the ball. Simmons. Kind of got something out of nothing there. Nehemiah Dunbar made the stop, and then Simmons just kind of took him for a ride for a couple yards.
Yeah, good. Again, he's running hard tonight. Let's keep feeding him the rock. Pick up a 5, almost 6 right there. And the other thing it does is it keeps Memorial's defense on the sideline. Gets them a chance to rest.
Rest and also look at, hey, here's what Hudson's doing. Here's what we're giving up. Here are some adjustments we need to make. Holmberg to the near side. He's got Julius Clark. Jack LeBlanc on the tackle. Again, another 3rd and short for the Old Apes.
And they're going to give him that first down right there. So again, that little 5-yard out has kind of been there all night. So again, a good job executing that.
That must have been the left foot spot, and not the right foot spot. Because the side judge I was looking at was behind the sticks, but that was the guy on the far side. Nevertheless, 1st and 10, Memorial from its own 48.
Dead ball. Full start. Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty. Still first down. After the penalty, 1st and 15 for the A's.
So they'll move the Abes back to their own 43. Holmberg rolling right. He'll keep. Hudson said the ball came loose. And if it did, it happened after Holmberg went to the ground. In any event, Holmberg is the guy that came up from the ground with the football. Aiden Tepperang, another tackle for the Raiders. Gain of 1 to make it 2nd and 14. Ferguson wide to the left. Short pass, Simmons, who had lined up as a receiver in that formation. And a good throw by Riley Holmberg.
Yep, there is again another 5-yard out, but again, that's what they needed. They needed to make this a little more 3rd and manageable, so that'll make it 3rd and 8.
Are we looking at 4-down territory here for the Abe Sparks? Down 27-0 with a little over 4 minutes to go?
Well, in the first half, you usually don't do that. We'll have to see what he wants to come up with. That'll be a good decision there for head coach Rob Scott if it comes to that.
And likely will depend on the outcome of this play. Holmberg throws incomplete. Wanted to get it to Simmons, but Simmons had a lot of white jerseys around him. So that'll bring up a 4th and 9. And Holmberg is heading back to the huddle, so appears that the old Abe's going to go for it. 4th and 9 from their own 49. Ferguson wide left. Weigel in the slot left. Clark slot right. Holmberg to Ferguson, incomplete. And the Raiders will take over in Old Abe's territory.
I'll tell you what, that pass was actually there. They hit Tate Ferguson on that post route. That was a low pass, but it was a catchable pass. That's the first time tonight that Tate wasn't able to come up with one.
So the Raiders will take over in Old Abe's territory. Still plenty of time remaining in this second quarter. 3 minutes, 52 seconds. The Raiders have their backup quarterback in there, Steele Holm. He runs right up the middle. Holm gets it stripped. Old Abe say they have it, and they do. 3rd turnover forced by the Old Abe's defense this half.
Yeah, Hudson brings in the backup quarterback, and he ends up finding a hole. It's wide open for about a 20-yard pickup. But the first time he sees contact, he coughs it up, and the Old Abe's recover.
So a stop on downs. The Raiders give it right back to the Old Abe's. Well, this is one of these games that when the Raiders staff looks at this one, they're going to see plenty of good things, but any number of things to nitpick as they go forward.
Yeah, the turnover is the only thing that stopped them tonight right now. Like you said, they've scored on 4 possessions and turned it over on the other 3. So, yep, that'll be the big preach for this one.
And credit to the Abes for going for the strip, and it paid off for them right there. Holmberg in trouble. He just throws it away. That play did not look good from the snap.
That was actually snapped before anybody was ready. The receivers were still sitting out here having a discussion what was going on. All of a sudden that ball was snapped, and like you said, great job by Riley Holmberg just rolling out and getting rid of it.
So 2nd and 10 for Memorial. Line of scrimmage, their own 33. Holmberg taken down for a big loss. Zach Dalton on the sack.
Number 90, Jacob Stoles.
Yeah, good pressure again by the Raiders. You know, the Old Abes trying to do a 5-step drop and trying to run a little bit deeper routes. And we've talked about earlier in the game, it's so hard when they drop back 5 steps because they just get too much pressure too quick, and there's another sack for the Raiders.
3rd and 16 now for the Abes. Clock moving. We're just over 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Holmberg in trouble, taken down behind the line of scrimmage, just barely got that one away. And I think we're starting to see that Hudson D-line just kind of pinning their ears back now and rushing the quarterback.
Oh, you called it. It's exactly it. You're up 27-0. You know the old Abes are just going to sit back and now really start to throw the football around. And, boy, you're right. Put the ears back. Let's go. Let's get upfield and put the pressure. And the old Abes are just scrambling right now as you try to throw the football.
Ross Yeager back to field his punt, standing at his own 35.
Ross Yeager back deep to the Raiders.
Vincent Mullen, the punter for Memorial, standing at his own 12. Raiders have the return set up. Yeager will have a chance. Yeager to the near sideline. And he is taken down. Nice solid tackle there by Breckenhagen. But good field position for the Raiders. They will start at their own 45. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction has been partnering with private and public customers since 1984. Staub Construction has its own service and fabrication department to assist with any municipal or industrial situation. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Ryland Schultz backing at quarterback. They run option to the far side, and that's a first down carry, Aiden Jamison.
Yeah, they came back to that first play they ran to start the game. They run the option, and this time they pitch it out there for a big gain. And there is plenty of time left here in the second quarter. There's 2:32 left as Hudson's looking to punch one more in before the half.
You know who likes that option is head coach Adam Cowles. He was an option quarterback in high school, De La Salle in Minneapolis, and then an option quarterback at UW River Falls. There's a keeper for Schultz, but well defended that time by the old Abes. Luke Johnson on the tackle.
Yeah, good job there by Luke Johnson, staying home, reading the keys.
Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9.
Each team has its full complement of timeouts. They're going to run option to the near side. The pitch. And all kinds of running room is Yeager, and he's taken down inside the 20.
22, Ross Yeager.
Nice job by Yeager that time, getting outside, making that little cut back in to pick up more yards. Again, Hudson's just kind of picking apart the defense. They're just seeing if they can go outside, inside, inside, outside. Boy, just keeping the old Abes on their heels.
And they've kept that option pitch in their hip pocket until later in the game. Now they hand it to the far side, getting to the edge, and for the first down, it's Aiden Jamison.
Pitch out to number 26, Aiden Jamison.
Yeah, and a first down for the Raiders. They are knocking on the door again.
Justin Roby leading the way on that one, too. He ran that jet sweep, and Roby's out there blocking the whole way. Good job by him.
Schultz, the pitch, and getting into the end zone is Aiden Jamison. Touchdown Raiders. They are up 33-zip. That touchdown coming with 1:41 left. Jack Strong now to try the PAT. Low snap. Strong boots it through. 1:41 left, second quarter. Hudson 34, Eau Claire Memorial 0. You're watching Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by, for any size and occasion, look your best and stop at Muldoon's Menswear in Eau Claire. Muldoon's Menswear on South Hastings Drive in Eau Claire. Castle Insurance of Eau Claire is your independent insurance agent, providing coverage catered to your needs. That's Castle Insurance in Eau Claire. Are you an athlete ready to have the competitive edge? Are you looking to be your best and have the competitive edge at your job? Contact Vince at Athletic Wellness today. For over 30 years, Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors has been the #1 home seller in northern Wisconsin. For realty in the Chippewa Valley, call Coldwell Banker Brenizer Realtors today.
All Hudson here at Carson Park. The Raiders leading Eau Claire Memorial 34-0 as we wind down this second quarter. Jack Strong teeing up the football. Again, remember the Raiders will get the football to start the third quarter. Short kick by Strong, and it goes out of bounds, so the Old Aves will get decent field position out to the 35. Raiders came into this game 3-0 in the Big Rivers Conference. New Richmond also 3-0. The Tigers playing up at Doré Field in Chippewa Falls, and the Tigers lead the Cardinals 12-0, that score from the second quarter. So the Aves will have it at their own 35-yard line. Two receivers either side for the Aves. Holmberg looking left. They wanted that slant to Ferguson again, and that one did not connect. Sparks, you talked about defense for the Raiders earlier, sitting back in that cover two. Have they changed anything back there?
Yeah, occasionally they're actually walking up and they're going to go man underneath with just the one safety over the top. But, you know, that was a little earlier here. Again, now they're sitting in that shell, just a straight cover two.
Pressure coming on Holmberg. Slings it near side, deflected, incomplete. Penalty markers come flying.
Pass interference, defense, number 24. 50-yard penalty, first up.
Penalty goes on Ethan Hins, who arrived just a second or two early. First down, Memorial. They've got the ball out at midfield. Quick throw near side, Julius Clark. Slips through a couple of defenders and brings it down to the 43. Here's an update on that New Richmond Chippewa Falls score. Tigers 25, Cardinals 7 at the half. Shamar Simmons takes the short pass. Fights off a would-be tackler. That was Hunter Schertz for the Raiders. LeBlanc was also there, but Simmons able to get down to the 40-yard line. First down, Old Aves. Two receivers either side for the Aves. Holmberg looking left, batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Well, fortunate for the Old Aves, that did get down to the turf because that was knocked up into the air. One of the things that the Old Aves have now done offensively is taking Shamar Simmons out of the backfield and using him now at that slot. Just another way to get him the football, and they bring in a different running back here to do more of the blocking and help secure that quarterback in the back there.
Minute 2 left. 2nd and 10, Aves. From the 40, Holmberg looking left. Throws on the slant. He had Ferguson open, but that pass was low and wide. Third and 10 now for the Aves.
In the backfield right now is Nolan Autumn, who's normally a linebacker. He's actually in the backfield now helping to protect Holmgren.
Quick pass, Shamar Simmons, the reception. They're going to give him forward progress just inside the 31. Clock continues to move. Abes have 3 timeouts remaining. 4th and 1 now, Memorial. And they're going to throw for it. They get Simmons. Where are they going to mark him? That spot on the near side has Simmons inside the 30, and that should be enough for Abe's first down.
And next, another Old Abe, first down.
So now the Abes will use their timeout. We will keep it here with 34 seconds remaining. Enjoy the benefits of business banking at Security Financial Bank with several options to fit your business. Learn more about business banking at sfbank.com. Castle Insurance, based in Eau Claire, is your local independent insurance provider. By being an independent insurance agency, they represent many of the finest companies in the industry to get you the coverage that is right for you. For all your insurance needs, you can depend on Castle Insurance. Sparks, I'm not sure that Memorial getting points on this drive will impact the outcome of this game, but I just think for the Abe's psyche, this is an important drive.
You're right. I mean, if they can start putting things together, at least they know the second half they got a little bit better game plan on what they're going to do. And, let's be honest, by the second half here, Hudson's going to have a lot of twos in. So they'll have their, probably their second quarterback, their second running back, and, they'll start springing on some of those kids. So that just might allow the Old Abes to have a little more success here the second half if they can get things rolling.
Abes are looking at a 1st and 10 from the Raiders' 30-yard line. Shamar Simmons split out wide right. To his left, Ferguson and Clark.
Looks like it's going to be an illegal snap on the Old Abes.
Dead ball, false start. 53 in the offense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So 1st and 15 now for Memorial. Holmberg sets up, throws, Tay Ferguson the catch inside the 20.
Riley Holmberg, great job scrambling and keeping his eyes downfield. And again, Tate Ferguson just finds a way to find that open spot.
Tyler Lassard on the tackle for the Raiders. Holmberg looking left. Now throws to Ferguson. Tay Ferguson inside the 5.
Ferguson at the 4-yard line. Timeout.
First down, Abes. They're going to burn a timeout. Well, again, Sparks, in the grand scheme of things, maybe won't impact the outcome, but this has been the most solid drive for the Abes. They've moved the ball at times, they just haven't been able to finish off drives.
Yeah, they're actually putting plays together now. They're starting to piece together that offense. And, like you said, it feels good, right, that you can move the football, make big plays, make something happen, and hopefully they can put something on the board before half. They're down to 13 seconds, which probably is about maybe 2 or 3 plays at most. So crucial right here for the Old Abes, try to see if they can get one to punch in for some positive momentum.
They'll have 1 timeout remaining to use in this half.
That pass was good enough for another Old Abe. First down.
So the Abes will set up on the 4, 1st and goal. Looking left and incomplete. Try to get it to Tay Ferguson. Sparks, again, I think with the Abes putting Nolan Ottom, a linebacker, back in the running back position. He's there to block, and he's done a decent job back there.
Yeah, he sure has. And I don't even know if he's probably practiced this at all in practice, but yeah, he's back there. He is not a threat to run the football. He's not a threat to go out and catch a pass. His job is try to keep him safe in the pocket.
And it also gets Shamar Simmons out in space, the running back. 2nd and goal from the 4. To the right side, intercepted. Intercepted, Jack LeBlanc. They're trying to get it to Julius Clark. A couple of number 2s battling there, and it was Jack LeBlanc playing that one, end zone interception for the Raiders.
Yeah, LeBlanc played it absolutely perfect. It was almost like he knew they were going to run that little out into the corner, and he was all over it. Easy pick right there with 4 seconds left in the half.
So that'll do it for the first half. Hudson 34, Eau Claire Memorial 0. Sparks, the Raiders as advertised.
Absolutely, boy. Their offense has just been hitting on all cylinders. They've just been chewing up yardage. Doesn't matter if they go inside, outside. They've had the deep pass for the touchdown. The only thing that stopped the Hudson Raiders has been their own turnovers. So, yeah, they've been impressive the first half.
Let's recap the scoring. Hudson got a Tyler Lassard interception on Memorial's first drive. That gave the Raiders possession on the Old Abe's 22. Rylan Schultz turned that pick into points with a 5-yard TD run. The PAT was no good, 6-0 Hudson. Later in the first, it was Rylan Schultz connecting with Tyler Lassard on a 64-yard touchdown pass. Jack Strong booted the extra point. It was 13-0 Raiders after 1. Early in the second, Rylan Schultz for the Raiders, a 3-yard TD run. Jack Strong kicked the extra point. It was 20-0. Then after the Abes, snap went over, a high snap. Punter couldn't handle it. That gave the Raiders possession at the Memorial 11. Ross Yeager carried it in from 5 yards out. Strong's PAT made it 27-0. Teams traded turnovers, but then Hudson, with 1:41 remaining, got an Aiden Jennison 3-yard touchdown run to make it 33-zip. Strong booted the extra point. 34-0 Raiders at the half, and they will get the football to start the third quarter. Again, Hudson, came in as really the team to beat. They'd moved up to number 9 in the Zaleski Division I rankings, and I tell you, that offense is really hard to stop, and that defense, boy, they can really shut you down. Even though they've given up some yards, it always seems like they come up with a big play when they need it from their defense.
Yeah, they sure do. They come with pressure when they need to come with pressure. They've got linebackers that can run. They are just big and physical. When you look at those 4 linebackers right there, all sitting about 6 foot to 6'2", weighing about 220, and they can run. So they're doing a nice job defensively. Again, the big play, right? They come up with a big sack when they need it. They come up with that pick in the end zone, the end of half. So, Hudson's, like you said, they are impressive tonight.
To take you through halftime, we will have the latest edition of Hard Knocks with the Edgar Wildcats football team. Your score at the break from Carson Park. Hudson 34, Eau Claire Memorial 0. Back with the second half after this on Zaleski Sports.
Breakdown! Colby! Breakdown! Hornets! Breakdown! Colby! Breakdown! Hornets! Ah! Let's go!
Edgar Football Hard Knocks is brought to you by Security Health Plan. Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. Visit securityhealth.org to learn more.
Set. Hut. Right.
There's that bootleg. And he'll keep it once in a while. He ran a bootleg 7 times, passed it about 4, kept it 3.
Yes, 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 yes.
Way to go get it.
Good look. Easy. Easy. Easy.
All right, good pass. Get it up in the air.
When you turn the corner there, you pick up 85. If he's backpedaling.
Is this the next weight check?
Feed the horse. Hold on top.
Keep right on running.
You're fine. 6 point. Look away. Hey, just my question, what are we faking on that?
Nothing.
The only thing I'm worried about is that bandit is both days he's been sitting right in your vision.
You definitely got to get some snaps.
Oh! Careful. Oh, Christ. We're GTing it high like that. You got D tackle. You got DN. But all it is forming a wall. Like, you don't have to block anyone. You just got to make it look like you got the ball and, like, there's stuff in there.
Hey, extra point and field goal linemen, tight ends, wings, okay? If you took to heart the messages at the end of the game about, guys, quiet down, about, like, analyzing film critically and being critical of yourselves, I would say this is a unit that has a lot of growth to do, right? There were too many times where guys are getting pushed too far back. We got to hunker down deeper. We got to set that back foot and stay firm. Okay, I think you just need to be ready for the intensity of this play and understand the importance of it when we think about a 7-point game versus a 6-point game. Makes a big difference, okay? So let's take this unit for what it is, an opportunity to get better, okay? Obviously today we're not in pads, so we can't really go like live speed, but you got to match the intensity and understand that you have a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your hips low. Create the wall. Hunker down deep.
Set. Hut. Hut.
Good hit.
Colby, you cannot move that foot. You move that foot, it's a penalty.
Hey, when you watch film on some of their extra points against Loyal, you'll see they've shown a couple weaknesses where guys get high, they open a gap. So every guy's got to have their hat ready to go on this play and understand this could be the block that causes us to win the game, right? You got to approach it with that mentality. So.
Colby, break down.
Grab that red water bottle. Eli, grab the red water bottle. Sawyer, take your hat off.
Trinity, you want to get a video of them running onto the field? Thank you.
I'm gonna go get some cheese curds. Tuck over it, let's go. Don't be grabbing, grab over it.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Here we go, gentlemen. Hey, number 5.
Number 8, Colby Bison.
Let's go!
Defensive back, number 9, Layton.
Let's go, Algie!
Defensive back, number 11, Tegan.
Let's go,
Linebacker number 23, Chase Appleback. Defensive end number 43, Lucas Stocky. Number 44, defensive end, Brett Baumgartner.
Let's go!
Linebacker number 50, Preston Dalkey. Defensive tackle, Corey Kelpo.
Hey, you're good. Hey, here we go. Stop him there. Right. Yes. Yeah, baby. Yes, let's go. You know it.
They're going to play action and throw right away. Strite's going to, and they're going to throw deep. Leighton Schuett's out there. The ball's underthrown, but he's got it inside the 35-yard line of Colby. They're going to hand it off. Butt dances inside. One man to power over. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. Just ran over the safety for the last couple of yards. And it's a 15-yard touchdown run for Carter Butt. Snap is good, and the punt's good. Going to be taken, though, by Butt. They're going to run that reverse and then fumble it. Strite will pick it up and try to get the corner, and he does, and then he's knocked out of bounds on the far side. This is Butt again, puts his head down, and into the end zone for the touchdown. And Strite wants to throw. He's got a man, and it's in to Schuett for a two-point conversion. Strite under center, the pitch. They're going to try Weisenberger. Big hole, he cuts it back. He's going to go down the sideline, breaks a tackle. He's going to go the distance. Colby Weisenberger breaks it down the left sideline and into the end zone for the touchdown. They give it to Carter Butt, and he laterals it back to Strite, goes around the right side and into the end zone for the touchdown. I don't think that was designed that way. Carter Butt was stopped in the hole, and he just turned and flipped it right back to Tegan Strite, who ran around the right side for the touchdown.
I've done it 3 times now.
Hey, feels good. I hope they throw. Thanks.
I'm tired, man.
Hey, we're gonna be
right there, baby.
No,
who spread you?
0.
I had it up. No, it wasn't.
Listen up. That's not just a one-guy win. That's not just a starters win. That's a whole team win. That's a team win right there from 1 to 40, whatever we have out there on the field, okay? Nice job. Big win. Shutout. Yeah! Let's go, boy. We're sticking tonight. Let's go. Remember what I said. when you're together and you do your job every play and you trust the guy next to you, great things happen. Big wins. Let's go, boys.
Yep. Gentlemen, hey, really proud of you fellas on everything that happened out there. Just a ton of heart and effort and soul and buddies playing together, okay? Keep up the good work. Proud of you tonight. Way to go get one. Let's come back on Sunday ready to put the work in. Guys, we're laying a foundation for what it takes to win at a really high level, okay? Upperclassmen keep leading. Underclassmen keep taking notes of what it takes to play the way we're playing right now, because this isn't the end right here, right? This is just the beginning, okay? Keep it up. Nice job.
This game was personal for a lot of us, right? For all of us. They beat us 2 years in a row. Hey, shutting them out on their home field, no better feeling than that. I got to congratulate Carter Butt. He went over 3,000 yards tonight, man.
So was it a yes?
I said yes!
Okay.
Hey, Ticker, can we make that pitch back? Can we make that pitch back? Should she in the picture of that? Let me see.
Next year. Here's your blanket. Yeah. Oh, here's your blanket. I'm trying to hand full. Well, no, like wrap it around it. Oh, should we go in here?
Nah.
Let's go, W! 21 reps!
You gotta get in there.
Get in there, Ty.
Do not.
Why is
Fletcher?
Ty has one.
What is happening?
We gotta get like low then.
You guys are like,
You gonna be able to call the second half?
yeah.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. We want buying and taking care of your vehicle to be easy and convenient for you. Earning your trust is what matters most. At Marquardt, we know business is really about people and relationships, not dollar signs in the bottom line. That's why our salespeople are paid by salary and a bonus for volume, but never a commission on the amount you pay for your vehicle. It's why we offer comfortable waiting rooms with refreshments, home-baked cookies, and free Wi-Fi. Buying and servicing your vehicle should be both easy and comfortable. At Marquardt Motors, we know your vehicle is a huge part of your life, providing freedom of mobility and safety for your family. That's why we offer the largest fleet of free loaners in the area. It's also why we offer GM certified service and parts at very competitive prices. It's why we have GM certified and world-class technicians on our team. You can have peace of mind knowing that we'll be here to take care of you for as long as you own your vehicle. It's our goal to offer the best car buying and servicing experience in the Chippewa Valley. We can't promise to be perfect, but we will always strive to operate with integrity. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
Welcome back to Carson Park. Second half underway. A short kick by the Abes. The Raiders will take it out to about the 39-40 yard line.
First and 10 for the Raiders at the 40-yard line.
The Raiders will take over at their own 40, leading this one 34-0. Bob Bradovich and Dave Sparger with you in pretty dominant first half by the Hudson Raiders, especially considering they lost 3 fumbles. That's 3 drives that they didn't score because they turned it over, and yet they're still up 34-0.
Yeah, how about that? 8 drives, 5 touchdowns, 3 fumbles to turn it over.
Raiders have the backup QB out there. That is number 12, Steele Home. And Home goes in for a first half series. Had a really nice game, but then got stripped right around the Old Abe's 30-yard line. But he's in there to play right now. Steele Home spells that last name Homme. 5'11", 165-pound junior, rather.
Brought down by number 33.
Daniel Dufek, number 44, is the running back now for the Raiders. As head coach Adam Cowles is resting a lot of his starters to start this second half. Home on the rollout. Now he's going to tuck it. And he gets out to midfield, very close to first down yardage.
12 on the keeper, Steele Home. Brought down by number 6, Dane Noel.
Dane Noel on the tackle, and Dane Noel's family is literally right in front of us here in the press box. Well, they're happy with their son, brother, uncle, whoever.
Yeah, they were. Give them a chance to, again, to see them play. Didn't make a nice play right there. Home right there with a good decision, though. Really didn't force anything. Just decided to tuck it and run, and he got exactly 10 yards and picks up a first down there on 3rd and 10.
William Kruzek, number 35, also out there for Hudson. Dufek straight up the middle, carrying guys with him inside the 40.
Daniel Dufek brought down by number 90.
Yeah, Dufek's a big guy. 6 foot, 200 pounds. He was rumbling through the middle there of the Old Abe defense.
First down Raiders. They've got it on the Old Abe's 39. Dufek gets it down to the 37. Wait, you look at this Hudson team, and they definitely passed the eye test. I think you touched on it. Every one of those linebackers right around 6 feet, 190 to 210, 220. They got some guys.
Yeah, they sure do. And you look right now, they've got their second string in right now. And this is what builds a great program. You get these kids all the experience this time of the game, and there he goes.
Steele Home with the quick feet takes it down to the 25. Well, he would be the heir apparent at quarterback for Adam Cowles' team next year. And he has seen a fair amount of playing time this season. Dufek up the middle. Yeah, how about that for depth? A guy like Dufek doesn't even get off the bench in the first half, comes in, and he's running really hard.
Yeah, both he and Holm are juniors, and like you talked about, heir apparent, these guys are the ones that are going to step in next year and be the starters right out of the gate, so they're showing impressive right now.
Option right side, Holm will keep it. Tripped up inside the 10, down to the 5.
On the keeper, down at the 6-yard line, first and goal for the Raiders.
First and goal, Hudson. Opening drive, second half. Pruzik will sweep to the outside. He is into the end zone. William Pruzik for another Hudson Raider touchdown.
Again, Hudson Raiders just running their offense. It doesn't matter if it's ones or twos. Stay within the playbook. Those kids know what they're doing. Great job of executing, and the twos just drive it right down and score.
Well, that will get us to a running clock on the Abe's next possession. Jack Strong on for the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. 8:58 to go, third quarter. Hudson 40. 41 rather. Eau Claire Memorial 0. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Hudson Raiders now lead the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's 41-0. The reserves for Hudson running a really efficient drive, and it ends in a 6-yard TD run by William Pruzik. Jack Strong kicked his 5th PAT, and it's 41-0. On the return, Weigel, and he'll take it out to the 25. Well, Sparks, if you're around sports long enough, if you coach long enough, every once in a while you're going to find yourself in this situation. If you're on that Memorial coaching staff right now, what are you saying to keep the spirits up for the guys?
Yeah, you just got to absolutely keep coaching them. You got to stay positive, and again, just kind of jump on anything that you can positive to keep them, just keep them fighting. Just again, give the kids a chance. Maybe here's an opportunity where your second running back gets some looks, or your other receivers can get a chance, but everything here has just got to stay positive, or else they can collapse in a hurry.
Holmberg back to pass. Now he flips it, but behind Shamar Simmons, incomplete. We did get some stats in that first half, Spargs, and Holmberg attempted something like 36 passes.
Yeah, they had him down for 18 for 36 in that first half for 134 yards. And we talked about it before the game started. We thought maybe they would air it out tonight as their best opportunity, but it just really has not panned out real well for the Old A's.
2nd and 10 Memorial from its own 26. Holmberg over the middle. Tay Ferguson, or check that's Julius Clark. Clark will take it out to the 38-yard line. First down Memorial. At times, this offense has clicked, and they've gotten the ball to their playmakers.
Yeah, if they've had success, especially like on that inside post route, those guys will find that seam, and Holmberg's done a nice job of getting rid of it. But again, too far in between right now. But again, keep fighting, keep running your offense, see what you can do.
1st and 10 from the 38. Holmberg throwing near side. Holmberg threw short, looking for Ferguson to curl to the outside, and Ferguson kept going down the sideline. So incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10. A couple other scores to pass along. These were halftime scores. New Richmond leading at Chippewa Falls 25-7. Menominee at the half leading at home over Eau Claire North 24-7. So if these scores hold up in those two games and the one we have here, Hudson and New Richmond will each improve to 4-0, with Menominee right behind at 3-1.
Pass broken up by number 51, Liam Mayer. Brings up 39.
Liam Mayer, a sophomore linebacker, breaking that one up for the Hudson Raiders as they have a host of new players in on the defense.
Yeah, great job by that sophomore. Again, you know, I'm sure what their coaching staff is preaching. If you aren't going to get there for the sack, get those hands up. And he was able to knock that down and create a 3rd and 10.
And I will hand the money out the window. So bring up the center.
3rd and 10 Memorial. Holmberg throws down the near sideline, incomplete, trying to get it to Shamar Simmons. Raiders had a couple of defenders back there, and that pass goes incomplete. So a punting situation now for the Old Apes.
Tough right there for Holmberg. He had a lot of pressure again, throwing off his back foot. Couldn't step into it and just kind of fluttered out of bounds there. That was tough. Again, good pressure for the Raiders.
Aiden Jamison will drop back to his own 30 to retrieve this punt from Vincent Mullen. Normally it has been Ross Yeager back there for the Hudson Raiders, but they're getting as many guys in as they possibly can. And a nice job by Jamison to field that punt. Just with that, he probably saved him 5 yards of field position, maybe more if he lets that one go, and it bounces back to the 30 or so. So Hudson Raiders will take over 1st and 10 at their own 38. Remember, this is a running clock situation with the 41-point margin. So the rest of this quarter and beyond will probably go pretty quickly, Spurs.
Yeah, it will. And I'll tell you what, this Hudson program right now just reminds me of Menominee when they were in that dynasty run. All their starters are done at halftime. You know, they run the score up, they get running clock, and by the second half, all their twos are playing. They're getting this great varsity rep, and they're ready for next year.
Pitch goes to number 42, Peyton Pingle. Well played that time by the Apes. Ethan Bump coming in and making a nice tackle. Home running option to the far side. Breaking free for the Raiders. William Prusick, he had the touchdown earlier in this quarter. Joe Eichspark, it's the same offense. Different guys, but it still looks the same.
Yeah, great job at home right there, selling that play fake and then running the option. Great pitch.
You're going to run option near side, home on the keeper to the 30. And steps out of bounds inside the 25.
Number 12, Stephen Honing pushed out of bounds by number 44, Griffin Ellis.
Clock continues to move, a little over 3 minutes remaining. And now the Raiders taking a little bit more time between plays.
Yeah, back to how they started the game. Again, they're not going huddle, but they're just standing, everybody looks over, catches the play from the sideline, runs some clock, and then run this play.
Up the middle, big gain, goes Daniel Dufik.
Number 44, Daniel Dufik on the carry. Brought down by number 28, Ryan Schultz.
First down Raiders all the way down to the 11-yard line of the Old Apes.
Last call on this ticket for the 50-50. We'll move on to the next ticket if somebody does not come up here soon with 390-828. 390-828.
Going straight up the middle that time is number 89, who is not listed in our Hudson roster.
Arndorfer had the tackle.
Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Again, there goes number 89.
89 ball carrier again.
Plenty of subs shuttling in for the Hudson Raiders as they're looking at a 3rd and 5 from the Memorial 6. Looks like they'll need to get it down just inside the 2-yard line to get a first down. Handoff near side, lunging for the end zone and in for a Hudson Raiders touchdown. Peyton Pingle on the carry from 6 yards out. So 2 6-yard touchdown runs by Raiders reserves. And now the score is up to 47-0. Jack Strong will come on to try an extra point. And that one just makes it through. Jack Strong, the PAT. Hudson Raiders 48, Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's 0. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
Just when it seems life is smooth sailing, life happens. When it does, let Potter Agency help make all your insurance arrangements a breeze. Potter Agency is a local agency and will work to save you money. We have the best selection of insurance company products, and our dedicated agents will tailor your coverage to your needs. Give us a call or check out our website. When life is a little choppy, let Potter Agency help guide you to smoother waters.
The Dolman Insurance Agency provides business, home, auto, and farm insurance throughout the Chippewa Valley. Contact Eric Knutson in Elk Mound or Wayne Dolman in Eau Claire. Dolman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service. Raiders firmly in control. Their reserves on offense have punched in a pair of touchdowns to make it 48-0. And you wonder if this is the drive we're going to start seeing some Abe's reserves on defense. Strong with the boot. Got a couple of reserves return men back there for the Old Abe's. Brody Neff, he's a junior on the return. Again, it's a running clock situation. It's 35 is the margin to get to a running clock when you get to the second half, and we've got that and then some. Abe's take over at their own 22.
Twos are in for the Old Abe's now, so like you said, they've subbed in, and they're going to let their second team run this offensive series.
Aaron Gunlock is the quarterback. He's a 5'10 sophomore. Saw some playing time in that game against Eau Claire North a couple weeks ago. High snap, and then the handoff goes to Cashton Troutline. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Hudson Raiders 48, Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe 0. Back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
Back at Carson Park, beginning of the fourth quarter. Hudson in control of this one, 48-0 over Eau Claire Memorial. Second teamers out there for both teams. Short run that time by Cash and Troutline.
Brought down by number 94, James Bauer.
Abe's now looking at a 3rd and 10. Pass to Troutline. Lunges forward across the 25, but he's going to be short of first down yardage.
Aaron Gunline's pass complete to number 20, Caston Troutline, brought down by number 50, Caleb Coffey.
Caleb Coffey, he's a senior backup linebacker for the Raiders, making the tackle.
Vincent Mullen on the punt for the Abes.
So now here's Vincent Mullen.
Aiden Jameson back kick it away.
Kick it away. Aiden Jameson is back at his own 48 to retrieve this punt. Jameson in trouble, and he'll be taken down at the 35-yard line. Well, Spargs with Hudson firmly in control here, and looking like they will improve to 4-0 in the Big Rivers Conference. It means that they clinch a playoff berth with this win tonight, with 3 games remaining after tonight.
Yeah, not surprising. We knew this coming into the season how Hudson was going to be pretty loaded for the season, and they've shown it so far. Now, like you said, sitting 4-1 on the season, you know, that's going to be, like you said, now they can kind of put that behind them, that they're in the playoffs. They'll look forward for trying to get that Big Rivers Conference title.
It'll be a heck of a game down the road when New Richmond and Hudson square off. Last check, it was Tigers leading at Chippewa Falls. Here's a big run for the Raiders as Prusick takes it deep into Old Abe's territory. Well, again, we've got a player who's not on the Hudson roster. This is number 34, so if we can track down some of these names, we'll do that. Clock continues to move. We're under 9 minutes to go. Daniel Dufek taken down after a short gain.
By number 82, Jace Shea, and number 54, Jack Glazer.
Again, the Raiders, second quarter is when they really went up tempo and had the Abe's defense on its heels. Since then, they're taking as much time as they can. Dufek pushing forward, gets inside the 30-yard line with help from the pile. Dufik again. A new quarterback is in there for Hudson. Keen Scott, who they list as a wide receiver, 6'3" senior for Hudson. Now it's 4th down, Raiders. Line of scrimmage is the 27. And Adam Cowles has pulled his offense over to the sideline. My guess is at some point he'll take a timeout here. Or he'll take the delay of game penalty and they'll punt it. They're going to send the punt team out there now. Colton Schwartz. Punt, and there's the penalty marker. So
Good ball, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty.
they'll take the mark off and give the punter a little bit more opportunity to try to pin the Old Abes deep here. Clock continues to move. 6.5 to go. Rugby style punt. Raiders, they had a chance to down that inside the 5, but it's a touchback. And Memorial will take over. The clock does stop on the change of possession. Or not.
It does not. Yep.
We haven't had a running clock, Sparks, in a while. A couple of years ago, maybe some of those Regis playoff games that we did, past years on the radio. But I wasn't sure that this was going to be the outcome tonight. You come in here thinking, boy, the Abes are going to have to play that perfect game to pull the upset. And if they could play a clean game, they could hang around. And they did for a quarter. And honestly, even when it was 20-0, I think they had an opportunity with a nice drive to get some points on the board, but they weren't able to do it. Then they snapped the ball high to the punter. That, to me, was kind of the big nail that got driven into the proverbial coffin right there, is that gave Hudson the ball on the Abes 11. They punched it in a couple plays after that. 27-0, and all of a sudden you're thinking, it's a whole different feeling than if you go down and score 20-7.
Yeah, you're right, exactly. 20-0, and you'd already come over with a couple turnovers, and that's what we talked about. They had to create, and they got 3 turnovers in the first half, but you're right, their big turnover was on that punt, and they put it on the 8-yard line. Hudson punches it in, and 27-0 to this good team, and you're definitely in trouble, and it's just showing now the rest of the way.
Brought down by number 40, Benny Brinks. 3rd down for the A's.
Yeah, again, the Raiders lost 3 fumbles in this game, and up until that last series, that was their first punt. So the drives are either ending touchdown or with a fumble.
Yeah, and it's not easy to punt from your own 30-yard or from the 30-yard line going in. They just tried to pooch it down there, obviously 48-0. So.
Incomplete pass by Gunlock, the lefty, as he was rolling to his right. So it's a 4th down now for the Abes. Looking at a 4th and 7 from their own 23.
Looks like they'll just keep that offense on the field, give them a chance.
Fourth and 7 for Eau Claire Memorial. Complete pass. Where are they going to spot the receiver? That'll be a first on Old Abes. Gunlock, nice pitch and catch to Caleb Yates, the junior tight end. First down Abes.
A good job by those guys, absolutely. 4th and 7. Come out there and run a pattern, get it 8 yards, get that first down. Good for them.
Again, it's something little, but again, it's something positive. Gives the guys something to kind of hang their hat on, and again, the key for this coaching staff for Memorial is to kind of keep the spirits high when the guys get to practice on Monday.
Yeah, let's not forget, next week for Memorial, it is homecoming week, so that brings a lot of fun to the festivities, and they're going to host Superior. And as of right now, Superior has not won a game this year, so you're right. You talk about gaining some momentum and looking forward to next week where they really have an opportunity to take one home with them.
Under 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Hudson Raiders well on the way to improving to 5-1 overall, 4-0 in the Big Rivers. Gunlock over the middle, caught by number 3, Braden Pomazol. Senior wideout, and tell he's a popular guy in this old Abe's team because a lot of players on the sideline were making some noise, and the fans were making some noise as well.
Yeah, the players and the student section loved it.
You know, it hasn't been a lack of effort from the Abe's. No, I mean, they played hard, they played with some spirit. It's just that they're up against a really strong team that was playing at a really high level tonight. Under 1:30 left. Now we get a Raiders jumping off side, so the A's will get an extra 5 yards.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense. 5-yard penalty, first down. And that's another Olay, first down.
First down, Abe's from their own 41. Dunlock will hand it off. Cale Belden, he's a sophomore. Running that ball for the Abe's, and we are under 30 seconds left. Abe's will empty the backfield. Gunlock. He's going to go deep down the far sideline. Caught. Was he in bounds? He was not. Out of bounds. And that will be the final play of this game. Hudson Raiders come to Carson Park and defeat the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's 48-0. Hudson is now 5-1 overall, 4-0, and at worst, they'll be in a tie for the Big Rivers Conference lead. Old Abe's dropped to 1-5, 0-4 in the BRC. But as you said, Sparks, homecoming next week in a winnable game against Superior. Is this one, the Abe's just going to want to flush this one and just kind of move forward? Yeah, there's some things to learn and correct, but by and large, I'm not sure what you gain by dissecting this game.
Yeah, I think the coaches will look at the film, and I'm not sure the kids are going to look much at it. I mean, you might want to look at it as a defensive group, saying, this is where we kind of missed some things, opportunities. But you're right, this might be one you just flush and go, all right, let's move on. Let's get looking at Superior as soon as possible. Let's start scheming, and let's get after them next week.
Let's recap the scoring. Hudson Raiders getting on the board with 10:29 to go in the first quarter. Rylan Schultz, the quarterback, 5-yard TD run. That was a drive set up by a Tyler Lassard interception that gave Hudson possession on the Memorial 22. PAT was no good, 6-0 Raiders. Later in the first, Rylan Schultz, 64-yard pass to Tyler Lassard. Extra point by Jack Strong was good, 13-0 Raiders. Second quarter, Rylan Schultz, a 3-yard TD run. Jack Strong, PAT, 20-0 Raiders. And then after a Memorial bad snap on a punt, gave the Raiders possession at the Abe's 11-yard line. Ross Yeager ran it in from 5 yards out. Touchdown and a strong PAT made it 27-0. Hudson, even after fumbling the ball away, got it back late in the second. Aiden Jameson had a 3-yard touchdown run. PAT by Jack Strong made it 34-0. Abe's moved it downfield into the red zone, but Riley Holmberg, the quarterback, threw a pick in the end zone. Jack LeBlanc with the INT. It's 34-0 at the half. Raiders reserves added a pair of touchdowns in the third. William Prusick, a 6-yard TD run. Peyton Pingle, a 6-yard TD run both times. Jack Strong added the PAT. 48-0 is your final. I was curious to see what Hudson would bring to the table, and boy, they're impressive. They are really impressive, and whenever they do play New Richmond in the coming weeks, that's going to be a heck of a battle, because New Richmond has got scheme and speed, and Raiders have got size and speed. So it's going to come down to executing. With the proximity of those schools and those communities, those guys all know each other. So that'll be a heck of a contest then.
That will be a great game. That's one that everybody should try to make for sure. But I think you hit it on the head, though. You're right. You talk about the overall speed of New Richmond compared to this size and strength of Hudson. It'll really be a battle of wills there. But boy, oh boy, that might just simply come down to turnovers and execution in that game, and who can take advantage of it. Do you know which week that is? Is that going to be the last week?
You know what? I would have to dig that up on my phone, and I don't want to make our viewers suffer through that. I do know next week. Well, here are the lineups for next week. Superior at Memorial. North goes to Hudson. Now, that's not going to be a walkover, but again, you'd think Hudson playing at home, probably their homecoming. I think they're sitting in a pretty good spot, although we've seen the Huskies. They can line it up and play smash mouth, and that'll be an interesting matchup there. Menominee goes to New Richmond, so Tigers can't afford to look past the Mustangs, who will head into next week if that score holds up between Menominee and North. Menominee will be 3-1 in the conference, so it'll be 3-1 at 4-0. So that's another really good one. And then Chippewa heads to River Falls. So lots of good action coming up. And boy, I tell you, it's kind of a coin flip between it is a final. New Richmond 39-7 over Chippewa Falls. So that's an impressive score right there. So we saw Chippewa last week. We saw them at the beginning of the year. Chippewa's got a good team. And New Richmond handled them 39-7. So again, this is, I tell you, you've had two teams kind of separate themselves, and then Menominee lurking in third place.
Yeah, that's the only team we haven't had a chance to see yet is Menominee. But you're right. I mean, I really thought that Chippewa would hang with New Richmond with as much team speed as they had. And for New Richmond to take care of business like that, again, very impressed with New Rich, very impressed with Hudson. And like you said, Menominee just one game back. It's going to be a great finish to this conference.
Coming up next, the Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and let's try this again. The postgame show is brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you experience any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on proper diagnosis and customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and western Wisconsin. Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine postgame show coming up right after this on Zaleski.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called a labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
All right, welcome back to Carson Park. Hudson Raiders, very impressive win tonight over the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. Raiders head coach Adam Cowles, let's start with you. Very impressive on both sides of the ball, and yet at the same time you guys lose 3 fumbles. So one of those games that, hey, you can be happy, put it in the win column, but still gives you and the staff something to talk about and some things to correct.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, you got to hang on to the ball. You know, usually you just don't get win the, you know, if you lose the turnover battle, it's hard to win games. We were fortunate because we turned it over and then the D, came up and stepped up and got a stop. But we got to be smarter with that. I mean, everybody's raking it out when you're downfield. You're getting good yardage, and that's one thing that our backs and quarterbacks and everybody's got to know. They're going to try to get it out. So hang on to that thing. But besides that, the O-line did a great job up front, and receivers and slots on the edge really blocked really well too.
But your defense played really well. Also, especially Memorial's got some players. They got some really good skilled guys, but your guys got the pass rush, you heated up the quarterback, you got the pick. A lot of things working well on defense.
Yeah, they're scary. I mean, they got some receivers and the running back, and they got a lot of guys that can get open. And we got pressure. We got pressure on the quarterback. That was a big key. You just got to try to make the quarterback as uncomfortable as possible, get some pressure on it. That was huge. But I thought the secondary did a good job. Really worked on, what's their route concepts they're going to be, and we're kind of ready for some things. But, they played well. We made some plays and got pressure, and we're able to kind of hold them at bay.
Next week, you host Eau Claire North. What's the message to your guys going to be about this next game?
Just keep tweaking things and keep making corrections. You're never going to play a perfect game. That's always what you strive for. You always strive to be perfect. It never happens. It's never happened. But you got to improve on the things. Obviously, we're going to try to improve on the turnovers. Got to hang on to that. But even some of the little missed assignments here and there, and when the blocking schemes, and let them get first downs and things like that. So just try to improve, try to get better, and see what we can do.
All right, Adam Collins, thanks for your time. Congratulations to you and the Raiders.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Let's bring in quarterback Rylan Schultz. You come on this road trip. You're playing at Carson Park under the lights. I'm guessing you're not thinking 48-0, but this game unfolded and you guys did some good things offensively. Just tell me about what it's like running this offense, knowing that you guys can go to the middle, you can go wide, you can throw the ball, you got a lot of weapons.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the preparation. Once everyone's got it figured out and we get our assignments and all that, it's kind of nice being able to go wherever we want, and it's all about what the defense is lined up in. We kind of looked at a different defense a tiny bit, and they came out with something else, and we bounced to it and corrected things right off that first drive, and we really took it to them.
The coaching staff's going to be harping on the turnovers.
Yeah.
So what do you guys have to do better? What are you guys going to try to focus on to kind of clean that up going forward?
I mean, it's all ball security. We had some struggles. I had some struggles. I almost had one slip out, and I mean, we haven't really had an issue with it, but I mean, just keeping that ball high and tight. We just gotta have ball security.
All right, Rylan Schultz, Coach Adam Cowles, Hudson Raiders now 4-0 in Big Rivers Conference play. That's going to do it for tonight's broadcast on Zaleski Sports. For my color commentator Dave Sparger and producer Colin McClary, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from Carson Park in Eau Claire.
I'm Rylan Schultz, and I'm in the house.